time to feast. Bring it out, keep finding. Diving deep like cold steel. I won't face my doom, sayonara. Well done, how dare you? Never too late to bend the knee. When hell freezes over, sayonara. I know the time of darkness will come someday, but I will fight it till the day I die. Break it out, diving deep like cold steel. I will not face the truth, sayonara.
Thanks for the follow, Jace. Oh damn it, I forgot to make changes on Nightbot. Yeah, sorry, Silver. I forgot Nightbot's doing that for some reason. I forgot to make changes. Actually, I wanna change songs. What would she learn? What to learn first? I would say movement. That's gonna be your primary key of mastering this character. Since you will find yourself not being able to block most of the time, yeah, you will definitely need to practice movement. Like, just go all over the place. Just try to get the habit of being able to move around as much as you can. And then to cover you. And then of course you will want to use your fist to cover you as much as you can. And yeah, another nice thing to know is try to get used to the amount of time it takes, like when you fire your bits. Yeah, just try to get used to the amount of time it takes for them to reload. Sadly, I kind of forgot how long it normally takes for them to reload, but for your other for 60 your bits reload faster. Now if you do anything else, it takes just a tad longer. Here, like this for example. Let's see if I can do it. Wait, fuck. Yeah, actually, forget about that. Another important thing to know is that we pretty much have, like, probably the best backdash in the whole game. Like, if you just need to get that space, just get the fuck out of there. Don't try to risk, don't try to risk trying to press a button against a character who already has really good mid-screen buttons. No, I'm pretty sure, your half circles, I'm pretty sure they don't really reload, but they do, return to their Halo form faster. What's your go-to after 6B in the corner? Well, okay, for combos, now, if you just want a basic combo, you know, on your grounded opponent, all you can sorry. God, my mouth sometimes speaks faster than my head. In any case, here's basically a go-to combo. 236A. Yeah, against grounded opponents, you're mostly going to confirm into 236A if you get the hit. However, one thing to keep in mind though, actually give me a sec, I'm going to switch over, I'm going to make Izanami the CPU. Alright. I'll just use Ragnar. If your 6B gets blocked, oh fuck, I forgot to switch it to block. Okay, again, if your 6B gets blocked, you cannot Gatling into anything else. And you are -6 on block. So, for a good chunk of the cast, that's punishable. Wait, what am I doing? Let's see if Ragnar can do it. Does Ragnar have a 6-move jab? There we go. Yeah, so one very important thing to keep in mind with using 6B, especially if you're gonna go against stronger players, and we got rollback. So if you're gonna deal with people who can and also keep in mind, Izanami 6B is a 26 frame overhead, so that is reactable. So if you find your opponent being able to block it consistently, but you still want to try to use it, either make sure you have either your bits or your heat, and always do shit like this. It will still keep you plus on block. Now, if you're in a moment where you don't have your bits but have 50 heat, you can do things like this. It's a nice way to check to see if they're aware that if you will rapid cancel into a low. Yes, you can hit confirm off 6B. Yeah, she's got some really good shit. Very freeform. There's probably like many more things you could do. I'm just pretty much showing what I normally do. How do I use Thunderbolt Lance properly? To be perfectly honest, I rarely use this move in neutral. I kind of use it once in a while if I think I can catch my opponent off guard, but it's got a shit ton of startup and it has no invul. Yeah, I would not rely on it in terms of neutral. You might be able to do a few finicky things like maybe this, and then use your bits to cover your recovery, but me personally, I don't rely on that move. And not only that, even if you do get the hit, there is no way you can confirm off it. Now, if you get, it does give you fatal counter, but that's assuming you actually get the fatal counter. Ah, fuck. And yeah, you do get it. What the fuck is up with my game today? Yeah, you get a shit ton of time to confirm off it. Do you go for... give me a sec, Heavenly. Let me Okay, what about B lands? Now this move, I would use this to check my opponent to see how well aware they are about it. Sometimes you might find some lower or mid-level players just like trying to just run across the screen trying to catch Izanami. And then you can catch them off guard by just doing something like this. Like, I'm coming at, oh! And apparently she, despite me looking like I was about to run under her, she still appeared right in front of me. Now, however, when you are fighting against stronger players, they will be more aware of this move. Ah, come on. Ah. And then they can do things like this. Wait. Oh, turn that off. And it's punishable on block. Most of the time. Now let's say like you were able to space it out like near full screen. Wait, hold on. Wait, no. Yeah, if you are able to space it well, you can make it safe, but you're still minus. Yeah, I suppose 214A can be a pretty good DP punisher. But personally, I would use either 2C or 3C. I find those to be Izanami's top 2 most damaging combo starters. Can you cover it with 4D? Yes, you can. Now, here's the next part I was going to get to about her slide. Much like 6B, it's much better to use if you have any resources to cover you, since they're both very unsafe without it. So, if you have your bits out... Okay, maybe I should actually set them to block. Okay, I want to make sure I get this right. Yep. You can still make yourself plus. Now, as for back to you, Deo. Do you go for half circle back C much at all? Yes. In fact, this is one of Izanami's most important ways to open up people. So yeah, you will find at times that it's like, okay, my opponent actually has a pretty good defense. Like, goddamn, he even blocked my low too. So if you find yourself in that situation and you get your opponent to respect you, though. Okay, nice stop. Yeah, this is a very crucial tool to helping you open up your opponent. Not only does it steal health, but it steals barrier too, so... Let me burn some meter. Or barrier. You get the grab. Check it out, you got a good chunk of your barrier back. Now, as for how to normally confirm off it, when you're in stance, you can do... There are two main ways that you can follow up with your command grab. This being your most damaging. Yeah, you could get about 3. You know what? Fuck, I'm doing it again. Yep, you get about 3.3k off a nice little command grab. Now the other way to get combo off it with your bits. Now there might be times like say you fire your bits. Okay, let me try again. Fire your bits. Wait for reload. Not as rewarding, but at least your bits came back soon enough to help you optimize it. And then if you don't have any bits to use, you can just do rapid cancel. Wow, I suck. Pretty good. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Yo, Skull RC pretty fun as a mix. Yeah, it's a pretty nice way to keep up pressure. You can do things like this. Or if you really get your opponent to block high. Wait, fuck. Wait, is that even a thing? Actually, hold up. Is that even a thing? You know what? Never mind. Ignore that last part. All right. Any other questions? Might want to turn down the music. Damn, why is BB always so loud? Okay.
Here comes a new challenger.
Is that better? Basic overview of pressure. Alright, I'll quickly brief about non-bit pressure. Basically, you're not going to have if you don't have your bits, you won't really have much of a pressure game with just your ground block strings alone. You got your 2A, it's 0 on block, 6 frames, pretty nice. But then you got 5B, it's got a decent, it's got a alright amount of recovery, not too much, but after you go past 5B, everything you do has a shit ton of recovery. So one of the most important things you want to try to look out for, mostly around, one of the most important things you want to look out for is try not to get overextensive with some of these ground block strings. Because if you do that, alright, let's just start with this first. Hey, fuck. Man, I'm a fraud. Okay, try that again. Yeah, a good amount of Izanami's ground block strings are very vulnerable to Overdrive raid. And because of all the recovery you have, you can most likely eat a big meaty punish. So you definitely want to be very cautious when you want to do some of these block strings. Especially if you're doing grounded block strings. Oh, it's definitely worth it. And I'll get to that after I get done discussing pressure, basic pressure. Okay, so now one thing you can do is so yeah, your 2A and 5A are your only jump cancelable moves. You can go into flow with 6A as well, but that's kind of finicky. So it's like, okay. Oh yeah, by the way, your 3C, you can do absolutely nothing on block, and you are very punishable. So if you're gonna use that, make sure you have like meter. But now her flow block strings is where she really shines, though. All these normals you can do, and then you can just flow cancel right off them. And then when you land, you can either 2A or just simply TK float again. And you can also go for like air dash overheads as well. Now, I think that's I mean, 6B has its uses at times, but you want to be much more discreet about it. Anyway, let's go ahead and get on to with the pressure with bits, because this is where Izanami's pressure really shines. Now for ground and pressure strings, if you want to have a secure way to reset your pressure, and then you just do something like this, and then you end your pressure string 236A, you could just go ahead use either 4D or 6D, and then you're just right back inside. Ooh, look at that range. So yeah, basically if you find yourself minus on block in certain situations and you just want to try to keep your turn up, that's what bits is mostly for. Now, when I mentioned, there's another really nice thing to know as well. Remember what I mentioned about how your opponent will try to OD raid? Let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna have to switch characters back over again, because our trading mode options are seriously lacking. Wait, no, I don't want to do that just yet. That's not what I wanted. Okay, so let's say you're pressuring. Okay, you're pressuring. Your opponent thought like, okay, I got the ODR rated, she's a recovery. I'm gonna hit her with probably my best punish. Nope. You can cover yourself with 4D. And it will work pretty much like at least 95% of the time. Ah, come on. Yeah, 4D is like one of Izanami's best moves. Really good hitboxes, covers a good amount of space. It doesn't go full screen though. The fun fact is, in CF1, the version before this one, 4D actually could go full screen. It was pretty nice. And anyway, now where was I? Now, your opponent, so if you have your opponent in that situation, all he can really do is, if he doesn't want to get hit by 4D, he has to reversal right out of there. Alright, now that we got that... Okay, I want to quickly jump back to just for basic block strings. Now, if your opponent has a DP, like... Okay, hold on, now I gotta switch back again. Now for like if your opponent has a DP and you're doing your like a basic block string. Let's see. After Izanami's 5C, she on instant block she only has like one Gatling she could do that's gapless. All the other ones have a hole in them. Oh, you might want to hold that thought, Con, because I got something to show ya. Okay, but first let me just quickly show this. After either 2B or 5C, if you instant block two of those moves, she's vulnerable to reversal. So like this, for example. So yeah, that's something you'll want to keep in mind when you're trying to pressure your opponent. Now back on topic with the okay, now to go back to what Khan asked. You talk about the archive? You talk about the, my stream's archive? Because after I close off my stream, there should be an archive for you to watch. Yeah, there should be an archive after this. In any case, now back to what Khan was asking. Now you can't do something. Now let's say like you're doing a pressure. Like, okay, I'm pressuring. My opponent is probably getting very impatient. I gotta watch out for OD raid. Excuse me. Alright. That's it. Nope! Ah. That is right. If your opponent tries to OD raid EA, you can buffer your ribcage during the flash, and it will eat it. And if I get this right, that's a fatal. Ah, overextended, but yep, that bites. Now, of course, this is under the assumption if you don't commit to another normal, then you can do that. That's why doing things like two-way staggers can help out a lot. It's like, ugh, she's just pressuring me. I want my fucking turn, man. That's it. Give me my turn. Nah, fuck you, man. Ah, overextended again. But yeah, there you go. Now, let's see. Is there a version of the combo to pop the ribcage and avoid danger without losing too much damage, of course? Well, the thing is about popping ribcage. Let's say, for example, like, okay, you've had your ribcage on. Now, you say you only have like roughly about like no more than half your ribcage left. Well, to be perfectly honest, there's a good chance you might just want to let your barrier burn out because let's say like you finish a combo, you get the knockdown. Well, if you want to set up ribcage again, you won't have much to use because in order to turn on your ribcage, you need to have like that amount of chunk in order to use it. So there may be times you might just want to let your barrier burn out because, first of all, let me show you how much, now, pay attention to barrier gauge, see how long it takes to recharge. Fuck, this is taking too long. Okay, go into danger state. There, that was much faster. So like say, it's even more beneficial if you're comboing your opponent during that time as well. Ah. Okay, I'm overextending my combos again. Ah! Why do I suck? Thank you for the follow. humongous, if I pronounce that right. Now, oh yeah, that reminds. Okay, so Dale, you asked about the fuzzy overhead. Yes, this is also going to be one of your more reliable mix-up tools, especially. Wait, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why the fuck did I do that? Thank you for the follow, Emit. Thank you for the follow, Constation. Let me get to that in a second, Fathery. Now, in order to, okay. Now, the common way to get your fuzzy overhead is to do following JC into Rising JA. Now, there is one little thing you have to keep in mind when doing it. Okay, here, let me do it. Okay, yeah, I remember now. Now, in order to test to see if your fuzzy head overhead setup is real, have your training mode dummy switch to first hit only. If it's a true block streak, then it will fuzzy. If not, your opponent will crouch. Yep, that's the fuzzy. And this works on a good chunk of the cast. Now, it's not a true block string. Yeah, it's a bit tricky to do without the proper training mode setup, but yeah, there are certain block strings you can do that will give you the fuzzy overhead. Yeah, wait, actually, I think it might work on Platinum. Yeah, obviously it doesn't work on Jubei, but I think I can get it to work on Platinum. Yep, it works on Platinum. Someone needs to tell Platinum to lower that staff of hers more. That's why she's getting fuzzied. Let's see, I think it works on Tao as well. Yep, it works on Tao. Alright, now, okay, yeah. Fathering Gay, you asked, is OD super a true reversal? I mean, so when you OD, there's no actual recovery that you can be punished. You'll just go right, you'll most likely be minus, but you'll still be able to go back to neutral safety. Now, there is one thing you guys should definitely try to keep in mind when doing OD into her super, because with resources, she's got some really cheap shit. Watch this. I'm gonna go switch back to Izanami. Okay, I'm just gonna have it set to block. So it's like, okay, your opponent wants to try to keep pressure on you. Well, there's one thing you can do that can help them get them to back off. Yup, that is a thing you can do in Overdrive. Okay, block it. Too bad, buddy. It's my turn now. Yep, this is a thing. And that's not the only thing you can do in Overdrive. That's right, you can actually get a combo off your counter assault. Does doing overdrive before the super add startup to the reversal though? I mean, no, for the super itself, the startup should remain the same. It's just that when you do OD, it'll give your opponent more. Just doing that alone will have you be more on minus. So, if your opponent wants to deal with that bullshit I just showed you, they basically have to hard call it out and just get out of the way, or let's see here. Let's see here. Ah, fuck. Ah, no. However, it's the same thing that I showed you with yeah, I meant effective startup, not the real startup super. Yeah, there are ways to deal with it, but like I said, it mostly involves your opponent having to hard call you out. Because yeah, you can definitely turn a game around with just that alone. Do they still get hit by wheel if they OD the super? That depends what they do afterwards, so again, let me switch back. It's basically the same thing that I showed you about when I had my CPU dummy do overdrive right into buttons and you cover yourself with 4D. I believe it's the same thing with this. Let me check to make sure. Okay, no, I guess not. Oh, wait, no. Hold on. I could have sworn there was a way I could cover it. Now, of course, if they don't want anything, they don't want any bullshit, they can just reversal out of the super. Or, actually, you know what? My pinwheel's not coming out at all. Okay, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure I can get a clear answer on this. Here, let's try. Let's see. Okay, yeah, there you go. They cannot press buttons. They have to basically reversal out themselves. So ah, where's my pinwheel? Yep. They have to reversal out themselves if they don't want to deal with that. Thank you for the follow, the Heavenly Deo. Now, let's see here. Can you do it like... yeah, I don't know what you're trying to ask, Chase. I don't know what that input's supposed to be. Emmett, so how do you do neutral? Basically, she's a very... She may not be the fastest, but she is a very mobile character. And you definitely want to try to get used to this mobility as much as you can. Because if you're most of the time, you will be playing the risk of having to not be able to block. So you want to just try to be able to move around efficiently, use your bits to cover you, and use your bits to get in. Oh yeah, guard crush. Nice. So when do you make the transition from zoning with bits to pressure? To be honest, I cannot really give you a definite answer on that. That's solely going to be matchup dependent. I mean, for a basic idea, it's just... I mean, if you want to like just try to run in and then use your bits to cover you first, that's one way you can do it. But like I said, there's not really a clear answer. That's going to be solely dependent on what the matchup is. Thank you for the follow, SRXLN. Let's see. Any questions I missed? Oh yeah, I want to go back to Overdrive for a moment. There's more things you can do with this. You can also do this. You can backdash 4D, backdash pinwheel. Yeah, those are things you can also do as well. I mean, I think that's what you kind of want to do most of the time, SR, but I get although there are times where I get moments like at round start, my opponent will jump forward for some reason. And then I'm just like, oh, combo JB. I don't know why this happens so often. Come on. I mean, that's just personal experience, but yeah, I do think a good amount of the time you might wanna just try to get your bits out, because those are gonna be your go-to neutral tools for most of the match. Now, there's a... Yeah, you can try making a read from time to time. Obviously, you don't want to get too telegraphic. Do you ever use the time stop command grab? Funny you should ask that, because I honestly should, yet for some reason don't. There are times I would actually just forget I even have it. I just end up going for regular command grab, but I've been trying to work into my head like, maybe I should use this more, because it's a really good command grab. It's about like half the speed your regular command grab is. What the fuck? Yeah, Lemma, if you're still watching, that was the combo I was talking about with time stop grab. Okay, so what are... Okay, any other questions I might have missed? When's the 720 Super coming out? It's only coming out if I can find a way to unplug my opponent's controller. Like, just get a pair of scissors, snip their cord, like, okay, I can use this move now. Yeah, you will never use this move. Ever. Unless, like, you find a way to put your opponent to sleep. Although, you know what move I like to end up using a lot for some reason? It's her 2B. This move, it's fucking cursed at times. This move can actually low profile all kinds of things, even shit that you will not suspect. Let's see. Yep. 2B, baby. It can even sometimes be used as an anti-air, because she just ducks herself so low to the ground. I mean, you can do it with Ribcage, but... no. Yeah, like I said, you will never use that move in a real match. Alright. I highly doubt you can do that with Tiger too. Let's see here. Like if Izanami is magnetized. Oh, okay. Apparently, it's immune to magnetism. That's new to me. Alright, never mind. Tiger, you fucking suck. Okay, now I wanted to talk about 2B because I do think this is also a really good button Izanami has. It's so good at low profiling things. Let's see, what's it? Let's see, what's a good example? Oh yeah, this should be funny. Let's see. Yep, I am low profiling his 5A. Okay, let's try 5B. Nope. 2B, baby. Let's see, what else can I show it on? Oh, I remember this one. I did this to Barlow when we had that one netplay session a long time ago. Let's see. No. Oh yeah. Let's see. Can I get? No. No. Okay. No. I'm trying to get it right on the frame. No. I want to see the actual 2A come out. This is... There it is. Oh. Fuck, I got the turbo on, that's why. Okay, wrong button, that's why. Oh yeah, and another funny thing is, there are actually some EAs that she can actually low profile. Let's see. Who's it? Good button. Good button. Let's see. She can do it to a Mane. Wait, I think she could do it to Bang. Yep, she can do it to Bang. And I know she can do it to Mai. So you need... Can she 2B her own? No, I'm pretty sure she cannot. Nope, she cannot. Okay, so you need Crusher of a far hit 2B. Not all the time actually. If you got bits, there are times where you can get yourself a nice confirm without having to spin the meter. Is guard cancel OD command grab decently strong, or does it seem like a waste of? No, I would not use that at all. First off, the command grab itself is not a true reversal. It does not have frame 1 invul. Also, another important thing to know: if it misses, you cannot use your bits at all. Now, since we're on the... Okay, now to quickly jump back on the topic with confirming off to B. With bits, you can actually get a good amount of routes without need to spend meter. Let's see, let's try this. No, I fucked that up. Ah, I fucked it up again. Yeah. That's one way. There's another way you can do it. I think this one might be a bit more difficult. Wouldn't recommend it unless you're that good with your confirms. Yeah, I gotta work on the enders there. But yeah, that's one route you can do, but there is a risk using that. If you miss, you could leave yourself vulnerable. So don't go for it unless you're confident. Yeah, you can do this. Ah, a bit too far away. Let's see here. Now, as for without meter, yeah, you might have to, because sometimes 6A won't really be able to catch. Now, if your opponent is crouching, I'm always overextending it. On crouchers, you can combo 5C into 2C into 2-2C. So, anyone else got more questions? Or I think I should also now go. Let's see here. Basic Oki overview. Alright then. Alright, let's do a basic combo. There are a good variety of Oki steps you could do because of how freeform Izanami's knockdown game is. Considering there is a couple of knockdown scenarios to keep in mind between Skull Dive and Fireball levels 1 and 3. Wait, what? Where's my... Now the setup I did there is, it's a really good beginner-friendly setup. Basically, you just have to do 5D, activate Ribcage, wait a bit, and then send out your pinwheel. What this will do is, it will catch, if you time it right, it will catch everything that isn't a neutral tech. Let's see. And if you time it right, okay, I should actually... Now, if your opponent tries to stay down for too long, I messed it up. If it blue beats, you did it too soon. I messed it up again. Another thing that might help is take like a micro step back to help space the pinwheel better. There we go. Ah. So yeah. Right, you don't send out the wheel immediately. Can you convert off stray bit shots as long as you're in range follow-up? Yes, you can. Now, well, here, I'll give you a quick demonstration on how you can do that most of the time. So, okay, your opponent's just jumping around. Yada, 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 like, hey, I'm just jumping around. Now, what? Yeah, I think the most consistent way to get a follow-up is like this. Yeah. Now, let's say like your opponent just so happens to be higher up. Like they're just super jumping around. Ah, fuck, I messed it up. Yeah, I messed it up. No, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Yeah, that's one way you can confirm off it. That's only around the super high jumps. Now, if your opponent's like maybe around mid-level between low and high, you could probably do something like this. Yeah. Now keep in mind, your bit shots don't give you much. You don't really get long combos off your bits, so make sure if you do manage to get a confirm off them, make sure to keep them as short as possible. Now let's say like you have meter and you're not really sure if you can get a knockdown without meter. Ah, no. No. Oh yeah, that's another. Okay, yeah, you can also just do something like this. Alright, Chase. I'll get back to the Oki setups when you get back. Okay, let's see here. Man, I have circles. Why are you such a bitch? Now, there is one thing to keep in mind. Sometimes you may not always want to try to convert off bit shots, because if you miss, there's a good chance you might whiff a button. And if you do that, you could leave yourself quite vulnerable. Alright, anyone else got? Oh yeah, actually, I want to quickly go back to the part where I was talking about the fuzzy overhead, because there's one important thing I forgot to mention. So in order to get the rising JA to work, when you are falling JC, you want to buffer a micro dash. And so that way when you, because apparently by doing a micro dash, it will allow you to re-jump sooner. If you try to do it without a micro dash, you won't be able to get your rising JA fast enough. And yeah, sometimes you might just get randomly 6A too. So what you have to do is you have to micro dash it. It's like in Dragon Ball Fighter's re-jump combos and fuzzy overhead setups. Can you make the fuzzy ambiguous by doing the high 2A and the low 3A, or is that react? No, you should. You see, when you do the fuzzy overhead, the key moment of when you suspect there will be an actual mix-up is when she actually does the falling JC. When you do the falling JC, then there are two things that can happen at this point that you have to guess. Either she'll do the rising JA, or she will do JC2B. The rising JA, let's see here. Okay, so JA itself, the startup is 7 frames. And her pre-jump startup is 4 frames. So, if my numbers are right, that will be, and you do it about perfectly, that should be at least an 11 frame overhead. Yeah, you're not reacting to that. And Izanami's 2B is a 9 frames. So yeah, I do not see how you will actually be able to reliably react to this. You basically have to know it's coming just to even have a chance of blocking this. Oh, I thought the fuzzy was canceling the flow into either 2C or... It's fine, man. Alright, let's see here. I think we got a good chunk of the basics out of the way. Is there anything more intermediate or advanced that we like to talk about? Or just any other questions in general? Still wait for Chase to get back. Wait, what the fuck? The camera's going out of focus.
をしている何をしている
No, Jace. I was waiting for you to come back so we can finish the Oki part. Okay, so I already showed you probably Izanami's most basic Oki setup. There are a few other things you can do in that situation too, like assuming you want to keep your bits out. Let's see. You can also do 2, 3, 6A, 6D, or 4D, depending what you're most comfortable with. It should also be able to catch everything that isn't neutral tech. Ah, no. Actually, I think I would go with 4D on this one. Oh wow, I fucking suck. There we go. Ah, I didn't get my dash. Oh yeah, speaking of dashing, for those who may not be familiar here with this technique, there is a more efficient, easier way to get a micro dash fireball. In case your struggles like if you want a more consistent way of getting like the full slide to fireball, what you can do is half circle forward 6-6. That also includes the half circle, and then into fireball, like this for example. No, not like that. Yeah, you'll want to burn this into your muscle memory, because you'll most likely finding yourself using this in this situation quite often. And yeah, you can basically do this with just about all your other 2, 3, 6 or half circle forwards. Is the input 4, 1, 2, 3, 6, 6? Yep. You're basically buffering the half circle forward first, and then by doing the 6, 6, that's how you also get your dash. Buffering all those together, you get your fireball. Although for some of these corner combos, you may not always need to get the micro dash. Sometimes you can just use the momentum offload 3C to get yourself right under your opponent to get the level 2 fireball. Yeah, like that. So if there are times you don't feel comfortable doing half circle forward dashes, then you can just use the momentum you get off of float 3C super jump fastball float 3C to get into position. Now as for now back to Oki. As for if you end up ending your combo with like this, it's a bit finicky, but you can still get some pretty strong Oki afterwards. Do that to catch tech rolls, or if you don't want to use 236A. Now you might be thinking, can I use pinwheel? No, you cannot. No. No, you cannot. They can just both. They can actually roll past it. No. Right. So, but yeah, there are much better choices you can use in that situation. Now, let's talk about level 1 Fireball. Now, most of the time you may not be able to get as much frame advantage off of level 1 Fireball, but that doesn't mean you can't always get the full Ribcage 5D setup. For example, let's see, what's a good combo to use? Let's try this one. Wait, no, that's not what I wanted. There is a... Okay, I think I got it now. Let's try this. Wait, no. Alright. If I could just think of a combo I could use, because you can get... Because the amount of frame advantage you get off a level 1 Fireball depends on how many hits the Fireball gets in. Like that, for example, you won't get much frame advantage, but if I could just think, it's a good combo to use. Okay, wait, I think I got it. I think of one. Wait, no. Oh wait, no, that's not real. I know there's a way to do it, I'm just trying to remember how. Yeah, bear with me, guys. I mean, if you can't use the pinwheel, you can at least try to use like 4D. Well, there's always that one I was struggling in Q&A. What are you talking about? You talking about the level 1 Fireball? Let's see. What if I tried this? No. Yeah, that combo had a level 1 Ender. Mind posting it on the Discord? I'll test it out myself. Oh, what? Okay. Alright, there it is. Okay, let's see. Oh no, that wasn't Yeah, personally, at times like that, I would rather just use like 4D. I'm pretty sure even if they just don't do anything they don't do anything, get caught by the 4D, I'm pretty sure you can still get a combo off it. Let me check. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, I guess we won't use the pinwheel, but we should be able to get that at least. Although there's another, I'm pretty sure there's another thing you could do in that combo. Ah, I hate dropping combos. There we go. Oh, no, wait, never mind. Over-prorated it. Okay, maybe if I just did not do it small. Yeah, another thing to keep in mind, try not to accidentally over-prorate your combo. Otherwise, you'll have your opponent bursting out, taking out the fireball too early. Oh, come on. Hey, Black, how's it going? Okay. Do you know any JPs and they're still streaming? Sorry, I do not. To be honest, I haven't really been paying attention to them recently. Although I probably should. Maybe I can find some new info. Well, yeah, there's definitely some JPs and Namis around. I'm pretty sure there's Minami. No, I don't think YMST is back yet. I know Monster used to play her, but I don't know if he's back yet either. There's Sadi. I'm making a doc of. Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have to do some digging around, see how many Izanami players have come back. Don't mind, I'll plug it in here. Alright then, I'll have a look. Actually, Black, I can also just quickly ask in Discord. See what they have to say. Let's see. I could probably ask Mark. He hasn't seen any on PC yet. 100% monster, but I think I didn't verify.
何をしている 何をしている 何をしている
Oh fuck, Nightbot. Sorry, man. I gotta change that. I gotta remember to change the Nightbot after this.
何をしている
I think there might be one for JB, but it's completely unviable, so. However, there is one little dirty tech I know if I could quickly show, but before I get to that, so Black, I think the only Izanami player I know is back is Minami, and I think that's only because I saw that one clip of G-Unit talking about him, saying like Minami apparently forgot to update his game, so he thought he was actually playing in delayed base the whole
何
time.
をしている
The only other one we probably think is back is Monster, but we can't verify that yet either. We're gonna have to do some digging up. Do you have his YouTube channel? No, I do not. Sorry, man. Anyway, can you fuzz... Okay, so, do you think you can fuzzy J opposite... Actually, yes, you can.
何をしている
It might be a bit tricky to do at times because that relies on your opponent actually blocking it. So, here, actually, I'll have the CPU do it to me. What's nice is you don't have to micro dash most of the time. Now, it can be tricky because, like I said, it relies on your opponent actually blocking this in the first place, so... However, there might be one little thing you can do to help you get the confirm you need, though. Let's see here. Yeah, actually, I'll just do it over here. There we go. Ah, fucking Izanami hurt box. Yeah, that's a thing you can do. So, if you can get the setup right. You can also do the same thing with 6C. Nah, why do that? Now let's see. Say your opponent is bearing though, you might have to micro dash.
何をしている
So let me quickly do 6B again. Okay, yeah, you're gonna probably have to micro dash if you do it with 6B, and they barrier. Come on. Come on. There we go. I think yeah. Okay, on second thought, you might want to get the habit of micro dashing, because if your opponent barriers, then your JA will whiff. You can do the same thing with 6C as well, since the second hit is an overhead. Oh yeah, that reminds me. For 6C, it's both a low and an overhead. First hit low, then overhead. Quickly throw that in there for other beginner Izanamis. But anyways, I would say you can now on certain characters. Now when you mentioned JB, oh wait, when you mentioned JB. Now for some characters, you can actually get JB to work, but that's more character specific than JA. actually said it right. Fuck. No. Come on, where's my flow 5C? Yeah, if you can get the JB to work, then you'll get a nice bigger reward. But like I said, that's more character specific than the JA one. Now for the other thing that I forgot to mention. Now, I'll admit this is mostly gimmicky, and this relies on your opponent being conditioned to stand block against Izanami during flow pressure, which I'll admit is kind of a common thing, but that's also assuming they won't just instantly crouch the moment you think you're going to drop. But say you happen to find a way to get that to work. No. Yeah, man, we got BB tag mix. And what's nice is you most of the time don't have to micro dash. You don't have to micro dash either. Like I said though, this is kind of gimmicky because it relies on conditioning your opponent. But hey, it's a nice thing to have. Yeah, that's also a nice mix tool you have with meter. Or this. No. Or why go for low when you can just command grab him? Real nice. All right. Any further questions? No problem, Jace. Glad to be of assistance. Maybe it's been answered already, but what would say is the best use of her meter? There's a good variety of things you can do. Mostly like if you don't have bits to help you make certain moves safe, like 6B or your slide, or hey, there are some times where I think my opponent might try to up back, so I might do a block string into 3C, but you gotta make sure you always have barrier, because that you have no Gatlings after that, and it has a shit ton of recovery. Let's see here. Comboing off command grab, again if you don't have bits. Let's see here. Oh, there's actually some guard crush steps you can use with her as well. Let's see here. She also has command grab super. I fucking suck. What the fuck? Yeah, this is all unburstable, by the way. And then of course like you want to finish off your opponent, and you have 50 heat. And then of course there's the oh wait. Oh yeah, there's another thing that can also work. Let's see here. You actually reminded me that she has a 75-meter unblockable. Interesting. 75 feet, but can you cover the super command grab with bits? No, you cannot. Your bits are completely disabled when you try to command grab super. Yeah, 3 times crush trigger plus ribs. Yeah, crush trigger with ribs is actually pretty cursed. Let's see, but first, quick damage. Yeah, you cannot use bits while during the start of your command grab super. Now I just want to quickly show this off real quick, and then we can get down to crush triggers, because Izanami actually has some pretty strong crush trigger setups. Let's see if I can get this. Damn it, I fucked it up. No. Thanks for the follow. I live for disrespect. There we go. Woo! 5K. I mean, yeah, that was full resource, but still, that was... Imagine losing to that. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about crush trigger setups. Alright, now as I said a while ago, if some of us were in the Discord at the time, you might find your opponent will most likely try to bury you most of the time, because, you know, it's a strong defensive tool. Now, if you have Ribcage up, actually, you know what, let me do it with, I'll have the CPU dummy do it. Here's one way you can here's one way that you can have a crush trigger set up. Like you say, you do your combo, you get the knockdown. Let's see here. Yep, you see that? That's more than half of my barrier gone. Like just about half. You see, when you apply a charge crush trigger to your opponent's barrier, it takes a huge chunk away from them. And here's another nice thing. A crush trigger is 0 on block. So, and then during float, you cannot jump out of there. Now if fuck. I'm trying to instant barrier the crush trigger. No, I fucked it up. So yeah, now instant bearing the crush trigger, you're only -2. So even if you are technically plus, I got Ribcage, so you're not pressing buttons out. You're not pressing any buttons, man. Ah. Yeah, you're not pressing any buttons. Now, if you don't have Ribcage, you might want to be a bit more discreet about. But it's not, I do think it's nice just to throw in a block string time to time, and then use something like 60 to keep you plus. So yeah, that's some pretty good shit right there. Alright, that's crush triggers. Anything else you guys wanna bring up that we can explore? Tips for 2360. Wait. Half circle back B. You mean slide? That's only quarter circle back B. Yeah, I forget. I haven't done trials in years. I don't really bother with them anymore. Okay, if you're Demodon, if you're talking about the slide, that's 214B, not half circle back B. Oh, you mean the skull dive? You mean Jade? Oh, okay, this move. Like, what are you talking about? She doesn't. Oh yeah, you're talking about this move. Okay, okay. So, it's the droplet placement after, and then you do. I assume you probably mean something like this. No. I wonder if I could go straight into Trial 9 right now. I hope. I gotta go through all this shit first. Wait. How do you unlock new announcer voices? To be I actually don't know. Pretty sure when I got this on Steam, I think it already came with it. Let's see here. I think you unlock it gallery mode. Art, special guest, artwork, movie. Item shop. Additional colors. Sound. Wait, no. Location test. Old songs. No, it's not in here either. I think it came with this game. Let's see here. Because I think the only two optional announcers I used was Susanoo and Izanami. That's because I had the Susanoo voice first, and then when I got the Izanami one, I never changed it. Let's see here. Yeah, I actually think you might already have it, because I never remembered unlocking any of these. Hey, Fury, how you doing? I do remember having to unlock them in like probably the older versions, but I guess they're all available to use now. I mean, for do you have any quick tips regarding that combo though? I mean, I don't think you always have to be as fast as possible. Granted, it might affect with your combo timer a bit, but if you just want to be consistent, you don't always have to get as fast as possible. Let's see. Although, if you want a tip to do it as fast as possible, okay, that's another thing I just thought up of. Alright, so the thing about going into float, you can bypass the startup of float with any normal. Now, when you do something like, for example, 6A or 6B, well, if you do, if you're going to float, if you do something like 9B, this is how you can get float 6B instantly. So, like this, for example. Ah, come on. So, yeah. Wow. Come on, I know it's possible. You can also do that too. But if you want instant 6B though, you do FL9B and you will get your normal instantly. Yeah, something like a tiger knee. Same thing with 6A. No. $16 viewers. I gotta say, this has probably been my most successful stream yet. Thanks for everyone who stopped by. Oh, whoops. Oh yeah, that's another thing Izanami can do. Although I wouldn't worry about this for now though. It's a bit tricky to do. As long as you stop by mine too. Yeah, sure, I'll be sure to check it out, Lilzy. Okay, so are there any more questions? How do you stay up close? Yeah, 6A is your go-to anti-air, but there are times where you might actually be able to be a bit slick and low profile someone's air approach with 2B. Let's see, what's a good example of this? Let's try this guy. How do you stay up close? I'll get to that in a second, but oh, poor Azrael, my man. Oops. Honestly, you have no idea how many times or how much scummy shit I get away with this normal. Ah. Okay. It's not always the most reliable anti-air, but it's so funny people trying to air to ground me only just to get their toes tapped. Any tips for baiting bursts? If you are in normal mode, you can only really bait bursts if you're in normal mode. If you have Ribcage on, you cannot burst bait with Ribcage. Although as for burst safe routes, well, there is one part of a combo that can be burst safe. It's actually when you're doing the fireball combo ender. So here, let me demonstrate. Let's see here. Let's try this. Oh no, that wasn't. Why wasn't he burst? Oh, I was pressing the wrong button. That's why. Okay, try that again. No, my man! Ah, fuck. Here, I'll do it one more time. Okay, one more time. I'm going to get this. Yeah, where can I find this? I mean, I'm basically streaming info on how to play her. You can check the Izanami Discord for more information, but right now this is just me throwing together a guide on stream. Alright, I'm gonna get this. I will get this. Wow, what the fuck? Okay, you know what? Like, we're gonna make it simple. Okay, apparently did that make it simple? Didn't help. I will. I want to get the float 6B follow-up because that's the most damaging route you can get off it. Actually, you know what? Let's make it even easier. I'll just have the dummy do it. Actually, no, don't. Fuck. Okay, I'll do it on him instead. Man, what the yeah, actually, Losey, that might be more consistent. Okay, I'll try that. Why can't I get... What the... Man, that talk about half circles earlier, they were right. Half circles are an asshole. There we go. Wow, I completely fucked that up. Alright. I want to get the optimal punish. Why didn't... Alright, Mark. There we go. Oh, come on. Oh yeah, if I was actually optimal, I could have got about 4K. So yeah, never burst in that section, or you will eat 4K. There we go. Yep, there you go. 4K. Never burst there, unless you want to eat 4K. All right, now we got that. Now we got that discussed. Tenti? Okay, yeah, there's Tenti. I think I remember him. Okay, so I think we covered most of... Oh wait, yeah, I remember now. Okay, Lama, you asked for how do you stay up close. So I assume that they're most likely trying to bury you out. Use barrier to keep you out. I mean, a really basic way to stay... a really like say you're doing a ground straight. A really basic way just to stay back, stay in is just 2, 3, 6A, 6D. You can also, if you're doing flow pressure, you can cut your block strings early and just do the fastball, and then just simply, and then you can either do like 2A or just run up, and then just run up and go back into float. And then of course you have 4D. Another thing you can also try doing, I wouldn't do this often, but a nice little thing to throw in from time to time is your 2, 3, 6A. The only reason I don't use it often is because it's got a shit ton of startup, much more startup than 2, 3, 6A. Oh yeah, float 3C is also a good way to get back onto people who try to bury you. And then you can just use this momentum to do a quick fall JB to cover more distance. Or if you want to apply mix, you can also do the overhead, air dash overhead. What is up with my buttons today? They just don't come out. All right, we got that covered. Hey Mark, is there anything else you think I should add to this guide? Or do you think we covered just about everything? Oh god, I'm getting kind of hungry now. Oh, that wasn't the right confirm. Okay, overextended, but damn, almost 5K. Okay, so let me actually practice. Let me actually look into these more. Oh, what the fuck?